Hey, I'm John Bohlinger with Premier Guitar. I'm here with Brendan Benson, and we're in his studio. Man, great to see you again.
You too.
It's been like 5 years.
It's been a long time, yeah. Well,
you've been racontouring it pretty hard.
I've been racontouring it this past year, yes. And that studio, sadly, the studio we were last at filming is gone now.
Yeah, it's a parking lot.
Which is a bummer.
I
think it's a They couldn't even be original about that. They had to put up a parking lot.
That's great.
But yeah, that's a bummer. But you know, this came out of it, so that's not too shabby. And this is located just, you know, feet from my house, which is good and bad, of course. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is killer. So you are you're going out on your own tour right now, right? Prepping for that?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. You know, it's tricky first of all, it's tricky being solo.
Yeah.
And you know, a solo artist, and I want to go out as a band. I'm not really a singer-songwriter, I don't think. You know, I never really thought of myself that way. And this record especially that I've just made is really kind of, I want to go out with a band, but it's expensive. I got to hire guys, you know. So, and you know, it's coming off of the Raconteurs tour, you know, it's pretty difficult to make that transition to, you know, getting in a van.
Oh
again,
yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm essentially starting over because I've been dormant. You know, my career's been kind of, you know, I've been on hiatus now for maybe 10 years. So.
Yeah, but working the entire time.
But working, yes, doing other things, producing and writing.
Yeah, and high-profile stuff, which, you know, what a cool odyssey.
It's a great job.
Yeah.
Fun job to have.
Yeah, so right now you got to transition your whole kind of rig from being you know, part of the Raconteurs to your own thing. So how is that working? Like, let's start with guitars.
Yes, this is my new favorite guitar. It was made for me just recently by Gabriel Curry he's from Los Angeles, I believe, but now based in Detroit, Michigan. He has this company, Echo Park, which I think maybe he's probably from Echo Park, I'm guessing. I don't know too much about him. I think he came from G&L maybe. But I see on his Instagram, you know, there's lots of people are playing his guitars, and he approached me, and well, I actually I think I said, Dean has one, Dean Fertitta, my friend, who plays in Queens and the Raconteurs, and I was coveting his, I think, and he said, oh, you should get in touch with him, and we got in touch, and we hit it off, and he offered to make me a guitar, and this is what happened.
That's great.
And, you know, I was like, it was funny, because he said, what do you want? And, of course, I had no idea. I mean, you know, this is my favorite guitar ever.
Oh, yeah, I remember this
Remains my, you know, just, I think, the kind of guitar that I base all guitars on, you know, other guitars on. And so...
Hey, just for our viewers who haven't seen your last one.
That's the Guild Aristocrat. It's a 59, I believe.
It's
I mean, it's beat up. It's, you know, this is added. And probably, I'm not sure about that bridge. It's probably maybe a wood bridge.
And spruce top.
Yeah. And then bummer. Yeah, it was just kind of like the jack was coming out, so I had to do that.
Oh yeah.
Semi-hollow.
Yeah. Well, this is the one that people really know you for. So it's kind of cool to see you make this transition.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try it out, you know, I mean, so far it rules, man. I love it. I mean, it sounds great. I think I'm not sure, I think the pickups are, you know, I want to give a shout out to whoever made these because they're brilliant. And I'm sure in the comments somebody could maybe research this, and my bad, I'm sorry. But Gabe made a great choice to use these pickups, and they sound incredible.
Hey, let's hear that. You came in on the bridge, on the plate. What were you using?
I was, I was, let's see. Yeah, that's the bridge there. To get all this crap off. Let's see. Let's switch to that, Marshall. And middle position.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, love
they sound great. Okay, there's maybe a little something we have to address there.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So well, let's look at some other guitars you're thinking about joining.
Well,
So
I know it's a tough decision to make. You know.
So are you going to leave
like,
the Guild at home on this tour, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think yeah, I think you're good.
Okay.
I think I'm done touring with that guy.
Okay.
I mean, I want to, save it.
Sure, sure. So what else are you thinking about? What's this?
This is a Whitfill. These are kind of another. I think one of my go-tos. I would say I got a couple of them. He's a guy. Charles Whitfill is a guy in Kentucky somewhere, and he makes these Telecasters. Now I think he's making all kinds of, or I think he makes Fender type guitars.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're insane. And this is my newest one that I brought out with me with the Raconteurs, and I'm thinking about this as well because of course it's tried and true, and
right.
Even has, let's see, some notes, a cheat sheet on there for a song which wouldn't apply, of course.
That's great. Okay, that's a very worthy tour guitar. So what else? How many do you think you're going to carry with you?
Well, considering I'm carrying them myself this time.
Yeah.
There's no road crew. There's no roadies.
Yeah.
I'll probably just keep it, couple. Like, I'll bring a guitar. I'll probably bring an electric and a backup.
Yeah.
And an acoustic and a backup acoustic or something.
Oh, speaking of acoustic.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
My baby. My gold top. 160.
Oh, that is great. So did you have that made for you?
No, this one I found in Michigan. I wandered into a J45. I'm sorry, I said a 160. It's a J45. I wandered into a music shop in Michigan and saw it on the wall, and I was like, what is that?
Just like a mom and pop store?
No, it was it was. I'm sorry, yes. Like right, it was a independent music store, and but they, I just couldn't get over the gold top finish, which is great. I had to have it.
That's great. Yeah.
And it sounds great,
Yeah.
plays great, So, pretty stoked.
So when you're running acoustic live, are you going straight into the DI, or do you?
I travel with this DI. I travel with my Rupert Neve DI.
Oh, okay.
These are great. I love it.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So you just bring that and go straight in and call it good?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Usually somebody does that for me. So I got to figure that part out. Right. I think you're right. I'm getting stressed out. Like, I don't know what I do. I just show up, I thought. And yeah, I do have to sort that out. But I will, travel with my own DI. I think that's kind of a big deal, in my opinion, Just that the sound guy gets what I like.
Well, and then, your sound guy can, I mean, if you're going minimal, you can do it like that, and the sound guy can add a little bit of verb or whatever.
Right.
And then you're light and easy.
Yes.
But it's kind of nice having that control.
Yeah. And miking and acoustic, never seems to work. I always wander off.
Right. Yeah.
Forgetting.
Yeah.
But
that's the way it is. Well, okay. So 2 electrics, acoustic. Let's look at another. You got so many cool guitars here. What do you think? What else is going to maybe make the cut?
Well, I love this guitar. I took this with me. I took this out with me on the Raconteurs tour, which served me well. This is great. This is D'Angelico, and
we
this
just
is
did
actually
a big rundown on that kid Taz.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's so funny. Yeah. So he must have talked all about this.
That's
Excellent.
It hasn't run yet. So
okay.
So it's in the can, but that's coming up. So watch the Taz.
Yes, because he'll explain it, so I don't need to go through it.
So how did it happen? How did you come up with this?
Well, the Raconteurs were in Aspen playing at the Belly Up, I believe it's called, and I just took a walk and found this, music shop and they had this guitar on the wall. And I just was stoked, man. I just thought it was cool. It reminded me of Prince or something,
right.
you know?
Yeah.
And then I plugged it in, and it sounded great. And it's got these cool, like, you know, kind of, I think it switches these probably from single to dual coil maybe or something.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, but it sounds, so you can, it's very versatile. You can get lots of different sounds with it.
So are you always kind of hunting for guitars?
Yeah, I guess, I'm noticing that myself too. Wandering into music shops quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wander into music shops and, you know, sneaker shops, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Weed shops.
Sure.
That's what you do on tour.
That's
I mean,
what you do. That's, yeah.
You wander.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think there's a couple of guitars that deserve mention.
Ooh, I love that.
And this one is an absolute beauty. This is my friend Mark Fouquet out of, I believe, North Carolina, I think now. But I met him in San Francisco when he worked at Black Market Music. But he left Black Market, this was in the 90s, I think. God, I hope I'm getting the story right. But started his own guitar company called Motor Ave.
Oh,
and
how cool.
And he was kind enough to make me this one and inscribe my son's name in it, Declan.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Josh Homme also has one of these, and he can handle it better. It's like, it's so heavy. It's also like huge. So
yeah.
I don't tour with it because it's massive.
Yeah.
It's really heavy, but it sounds great.
What a great guitar.
Yeah. And then this old Gibson Country Western I've toured with forever, man. Like, this is,
so when did you get that?
I got this in San Francisco probably in early '90s when I was starting out. You know, I got a record deal and I had some money and I bought this guitar. It was probably $800 or something like that.
Wow.
Which was, or maybe it was $9. I don't know. Or you know, which was a ton of money for me and you know, a lot of people. But yeah, this is insane. This guitar is it's crazy. It's got this tiny neck too, which I love, but got that dead rock sound. I love it.
Yeah, it does. That kind of Rolling Stone acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's like a hummingbird. I mean, I can't figure out why it's not a hummingbird, obviously aside from the hummingbird pick guard, because I think the wood and everything's the same.
Yeah, it's a dreadnought. It's like the same size and shape. I don't know. Okay, another comment. Somebody in the comment section,
Anybody know that?
Yeah, I don't know.
How it differs from how the country western differs from a.
I had heard that the country western might be a ply, like. I don't know though. Again, this is just me, right off the cuff, but I've heard that it might be a plywood, like a backer sides or something. But somebody. Please research and find out.
Please, somebody who knows anything about any of this we're talking about, please write in.
Yeah,
I beg you.
We're too lazy to look
and
on our phones.
And tell us what all these things do, what they're called, when they were manufactured. And
hey, well, let's look at your pedal board. So that is, actually, let me give you, if you're going to test some of these tones.
Yes.
There you go. Here's a cable, too.
The Echo Park BMFB.
That's great.
By the way.
That's great. It's great. So
well, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do on my solo tour. How my pedal board's gonna look.
So this is the rig you're using.
This is pretty much Raconteur's rig minus. Actually, it's not really anymore. I've kind of been messing with it.
Okay, well, just take us through the signal chain right now.
This I've used always and forever. I mean, it used to be a Phase 90, but now it's a Whirlwind pedal that I believe, I don't know, it sounds great.
Okay, let's hear this Whirlwind.
So I gotta have this always. But not too much. You don't want so that's why I really like the Whirlwind or the Phase 90. I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's
something about the wave, I guess, form. But it's great. It should really be on the other side of everything.
Yeah. So
I'm
what's your
noticing.
signal flow? Where are you started and where are you ending?
Well, right now I think I start with a phaser, and like like I say, I'm just kind of just trying stuff out.
Yeah.
So I'm not really I'm kind of messing with stuff. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense right now. And then right now it's going into this cattle and bred CB30. I mean, cattle and bred pedals are the greatest.
Yeah.
They're badass. I love that company. And this CB30 is like comically great. Like it sounds like an AC30. It's so funny. It's really weird. If you have your amp right, if you have the right amp, like a clean amp, you can get this AC30 sound, I think, pretty close, anyhow. So there's clean. And of course we got a Marshall, so it's pretty AC30-ish already.
Yeah.
And I got a ton of gains. All right, let me do this. Got a lot of gain, don't I? I don't think that's the right amp, but that's pretty cool,
that does
right?
sound. Yeah, that is definitely.
They're great. I don't know. Their pedals just are really cool in my opinion. There's something always kind of special about each one.
Yeah.
A little different, than.
Yeah, I like those guys. They take chances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then into this Union. I don't know. This is, man. This company's awesome, but they need to figure out their labeling. It's Union Tube and Transistor if they want to sell anything. Union Tube and Transistor. I believe that's what they're called. But this thing is so cool. It's the Nevermore, the model Nevermore. And it's simply, two-stage gain, I guess, or whatever.
Okay.
I mean, they might hate me saying that simply, but it sounds great. Like, so, again, we got clean. And then here's, the first channel, which I've kind of got boosted up a little bit. Here's clean again. Boost it up a little more. Right?
Yeah.
Just kind of liven it up. And then the second channel, I just kind of get retarded with.
Yeah. Oh, so you can stack them up, or
yeah, you kind of you stack them.
Cool.
No, I'm sorry, they don't stack. They don't cascade.
Okay.
I think it's either or. You get this kind of drive, or more drive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just cool. You can kind of dial in each thing. Well,
yeah.
And a rhythm guitar player's dream, really. That's me.
Right.
Rhythm guitar, man. I'm not. So, it's just great to be able to kind of, have a nice clean tone and then drive it, 1-2 punch.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so what's next?
Oh, yeah. So we got
what's on that top tier?
We got more. Oh my God!
Yeah,
I get
where
so
the stuff
confused. Normally, I
gets
just
weird.
use like this whirlwind pedal, and that's about it. You
Yeah.
know? I don't. No, that's not true. But I do get sometimes confused. So right now, I feel like this is too many pedals. I'll probably whittle this down.
Yeah.
But these are so fun. These Caroline pedals, man.
Let's hear
this
those.
reverb. Forget about it. All right, let's check this out.
Okay, now what's this one called?
So this is just the reverb. I don't know what these things do because, of course, once again, labeling.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's some toast. Looks like avocado toast. Here's a picture of a house. But, I mean, I'm serious. Motherfuckers.
It's like a Rorschach.
It's a joke.
You know,
I think it's a bad joke.
It's like a Rorschach. You see whatever you want to see.
Right. I don't know, but it's, it sounds great, and I don't look at the pictures.
It does sound great.
I'll just go for extremes, right? All off. And that's killer. I mean, off meaning like, these, whatever, dialed down. All on. It sounds like a spring, right?
I kind of love that.
Yeah. And then it's got this grate, which I love this. Each of these pedals has this kind of, maybe like, it's like a mystery switch, whatever. This switch does something. I don't know what you call it. mean, it kind of feeds back, I guess. But right?
That alone is worth the price of admission.
I know.
If you only use that.
Right.
Yeah.
I know, it's great. And then you have this kind of same company, but a delay pedal with the same kind of deal, a Havoc switch in this case.
Oh, let's hear that.
And then I like to fuck with it. Right.
Okay, how did you do that? Are you moving?
Well,
you have to hold it
the
down.
bad shoes, but yeah, like, you know, holding down this Havoc thing and kind of moving the
and moving the pedal while you hold it down.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Okay.
So then you get the phase. See, the phase should be on the other side. And this is what I do for a living.
That's great. Okay, that was my favorite one. So
okay, that one worked out. That one actually worked out.
That was great. And from there into a chromatic tuner and then a guitar.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm kind of weird about that, so it doesn't go to the tuner. The tuner's kind of branched off because I'm kind of particular about my, like, I don't like, I wouldn't put a tuner in my chain, my signal flow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly. I know
my chain,
exactly what
my
you
signal
mean.
flow.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So the tone bone, you run out of there and you run into the tone bone. You run into the tone bone.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sorry, the tone bone.
That's where it all starts.
Right, because I use 2 amps usually.
Yeah.
But I probably won't use 2 amps again. Remember I'm carrying them?
Yeah.
So I probably will use just 1 amp, the
Gonna
smallest
run a little
one I
lean.
got.
Okay, so which brings us to the amp shootout.
But also we're really not mentioning the elephant in the room, which is the magnetone.
Yeah.
The foot switch here. I just got to say, I love this amp. I just want to give a shout out to Magnetone because I may or may not use it, but I do use it with the raconteurs occasionally. But it's just really cool, and I am considering it for my solo thing maybe.
And that's the one that's got the crazy vibrato.
Stereo tremolo, yeah. And it's not running at the moment, but you all know what it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah, they're great. Okay, so the Magnetone is a maybe, and then over here the other 2 options.
Oh, by the way, yeah. So
what's your Marshall?
We've been listening to. That's, you know, my kind of the ultimate amp for me. It's an offset. It was, I think, well, it's a it's a reissue. Like it was, I don't know when they were made. Maybe early 2000s. Again, in the comments section, please, if you could, somebody fill us in. I think it's a limited edition, like 300 made, maybe, like crazy number. But I got it and used it. Went out with the raconteurs with it. Loved it. Fell in love with it. And then we came home and we put our gear up, and then it flooded. And so I think we may have talked about that as well.
Wow.
I've told the story so many times I can't remember. But anyhow, it got drenched. It was like, you know, I literally like poured water out of it. And I took it home and I took it apart, took everything, every washer, everything that I could take apart, I took apart. And I let it dry for like 2 weeks in a closet with a dehumidifier and put it all back together and worked.
Wow.
Sounds great. Sounds better than ever.
So you didn't even
It's got a little bit of
tech.
the Cumberland River
kind
of stank on it.
Yeah.
It's great.
God. So you didn't know tech, you just did that yourself?
Nope. Did that all by myself.
Good, gutsy, man.
That's
Good for
right.
you.
YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Great story. Then let's hear about this Echo Park.
Echo Park, again, Gabe from Detroit, he was kind enough to lend me this amp as consideration for my solo stuff, and so far I'm loving it. I mean, this is like literally, I think, the second day I've been listening to it.
The tremolo is amazing.
But the tremolo is great.
Hey, should we do a quick taste test right now?
Yeah, a little A/B.
A/B, and you can decide, and you can control what he
cool.
brings
if you guys
on
want to
tour.
let me know what you think. All right.
Okay,
let's do this.
So let's start with them. Should we do a blind taste test, and then you can tell us afterwards? Nah, Forget it. That's too complicated. Let's just start with the Marshall.
Starting with the Marshall.
Yeah. Okay, man. What are you thinking?
I mean, I know I didn't play anything very exciting, but still.
It was the perfect part. It felt very Stonesy, and that's why I kind of like the Marshall best.
Yeah.
It felt British rock.
The Marshall sounds to me a little more hi-fi, kind of, a little more low end, a little more high end.
However,
kinda.
The Echo Park.
But the Echo Park got some vibe, man.
God,
right?
I know, man. Yeah.
Tough call. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it is really that's the weird thing.
You heard once again. You heard Marshall, Echo Park, Marshall,
Echo Park. Yeah. Yeah, tone is such a subjective thing.
It is, and we're listening. This is not really not the best way. I have no idea where these microphones are even going, like into what mic pre's or anything, but they're set up all wrong. And
when you.
But you get the idea.
You get the idea, but like the context matters. Like with a band,
right,
when you hear bass
that's
and
true.
drums.
Oh yeah, so very true.
Like sometimes the prettiest tone in the room doesn't cut.
So many times I've been gearing up for a tour and like, I'm gonna get my rig. It's gonna be so sweet, and I got it totally dialed in, and then I show up with the guys, and it's like, what? No one can hear me, or what? Yeah, that tone's great, dude, but no one can hear you, or you're way too loud,
right?
Yeah,
you don't know.
So it's I'll probably it'll take some jamming with some people.
Yeah.
Some actual.
Yeah. Right. Hey, Brennan, thanks so much for joining us. I know you are way busy prepping for your tour.
It's called Dear Life. Check it out. New album.
New album. So recorded on Third Man.
On Third Man Records. Check their website.
Okay, fabulous. Well, all the best.
Thank you.
Yeah. Till next day, and let's do this again.
Let's do it. Another 5 years?
Another 5 years, it is.
Later.